Are you thinking of going to Mexico? Are you not sure of the visa process? Today, I shall be talking about the visa process for going to Mexico. Hey guys, it's your boy Yinks, your go-to guide on travel, currently based in Tijuana, Mexico. What is the visa process? The tourist visa process is going to be different if you're going to fly or if you're going to drive. Two totally different things. One of the things is that Mexico has a list of countries that really don't require visas to come into Mexico. So on the screen here, I've posted a picture showing those countries. Now, if you fall into one of those countries that are on the list, your process is a little bit different than those that require visa, which are the ones that are here on this screen as well right now. For the people that require visa, you have to get a visa, whatever the process is for your country. For the people that are visa exempt, the requirements are thus. If you're driving, you just need to make sure that you have a passport that is at least 6 months before it expires. Now, when you're driving through the border, you have to look for the INM office. It's typically to the right side once you cross the gate or the toll. So you cross it over and then you enter and then just tell them that, hi, I need to go to the INM office. It's always on the building on the right side, possibly on the left side, depending on what kind of border you go through. Now you go through, or you could tell them that you need to declare something. You're not going to declare, you're just going to park your car there and walk into the office. Now once you do that, all you have to do then is tell them, hi, I need an FMM form. The FMM stands for Forma Migratoria Multiple, which is the tourist card. And this is specifically for people who don't require visas. The tourist card, if you're staying, something that a lot of people don't know is that if you're staying in Mexico for less than 7 days, it's typically free. But because of COVID, the things have changed and everyone just has to pay. The cost is typically about $25 to $30. It just varies. But you have to get that form. Once you get that form, you have to fill it out, your name, your address that you're going to. Typically, they give you 180 days. But sometimes the officers at the place might not give you 180 days. So just make sure that you check the form properly before you leave and see how many days they actually issue to you. After you get the form, you have to go pay the money. You pay the money, then you have to go back to the original office or place that you got the form from. They have to rip off the bottom part. They give you the bottom part. When they give it to you, ensure that you do not lose it, because if you lose it, you might end up paying a fine. After getting the form, you could go back to the car and drive on to wherever you're going to. And that's it for the driving part. Very simple process, nothing too complicated. Now, for the flying, it's a little bit different because you don't have to pay money. Well, you've already paid. It's usually typically part of your air flight. You see there's a surcharge fees or some sort of extra fees that's already included in your flight typically. So when you fly, they're going to give you two different forms. They're going to give you a declaration form and they're going to give you the Forma Migratoria Multiple. So you're going to get the FMM form and the declaration form. Make sure that you fill everything out. If you don't understand what it says on the form, ensure that you ask someone that knows Spanish, but typically the forms are always in English and Spanish. But just in case if you don't understand, make sure you do that. Fill it out once you get into the airport. Once you're on the plane, make sure you fill it out so that once you land and you get to the officer, you show them the card. Sometimes they might ask for your hotel details and stuff like that, and you might need that. But that's pretty much it. The visa process or the tourist card process, it's typically not something super complicated. Just ensure that you see how many days is put on the card, because if you stay longer than what is on the card, you risk paying a fine, and the fines could go upwards to 6,000 pesos. And this is particularly for people who are flying, because when you're flying, they could easily track all of that. When you drive, it's harder for them to track all of this stuff. But when you're flying, on your way back, they're going to tell you that, hey, you're over your stay and you have to go pay the fine. So by the time you go pay the fine, by the time you go to the bank to pay the money, you could also risk missing your flight. So you don't want to do that. So just ensure that once you're doing this, that you stay in the amount of time that they've given to you. If it's 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is. But just be aware that everyone is eligible to stay in Mexico for a 6 month period without visa. But your visa is the tourist card that you have. Well, I hope this was very insightful and helpful. If you have more questions, please post them down below. Also, I've written an ebook, which is my essential guide to moving to Mexico. So if you want to know more about relocating to Mexico, the process, I've written a quick guide. It's gonna be in the description below. Please make sure you click on it, make sure you download it. I have multiple videos on Mexico, so just click on the link that pops up or the video that pops up next to check it out. Don't forget that you can be a difference in this world. Be a light. Till next time, guys. Peace out.